Welcome back. In this lecture, we will configure a virtual host with non-default document root and with default port. The only additional thing that we will do in this lecture is that we will be required to create or set up a directory SC Linux context for the new directory path or for the new document root that we will use for this virtual host. This virtual host has not been defined on the DNS, so we need to add an entry for this virtual host and an etc hosts file. So we need to write first IP address and then the host name. vhost1, vhost3 or example.local, also known as vhost3. So vhost3 is pingable on the local machine now. Create a new file or we can use any existing file. But it's always a good idea to create a new file to make the troubleshooting easier. Copy all the stuff for virtual host for the website educatorhome.com and paste it here. So vim command is not found, so we need to install the required packages that provides the vim command. Package is installed. Now open it with vim editor. Server admin. Server name is vhost3.example.local. This is the directory that we'll be using. Setup vhost3. That will be websites/vhost. It says this path of the document root does not exist. We have created the directory. We need to set up SC Linux context or SC Linux labeling for this path. This is the default labeling for Apache web server or for HTML directory. We need to set up the same labeling for vhost3 directory where we will paste our HTML files or where the website will be hosted. You can open this main page and copy the examples. A very nicely written example is provided at the end. You can simply copy paste and change the paths as per your requirements. The path will be websites/vhost3. Or we can define the path like this: /websites, and all the directories under the websites will obtain the same SC Linux context. Now SC Linux context is set now. Now we do some checks. Syntax is okay now. Restart the service and this website or this virtual host should be accessible. To create a website HTML index file, index for HTML, that will be displayed when we try to access this virtual host. So this virtual host is accessible. vhost1 and vhost3 both are accessible. Let's check for virtual host 2, that is also accessible. All the virtual hosts created on this machine are accessible. These are the virtual hosts that we have created on this machine: vhost1, vhost3, vhost2, and vhost3 with SSL port. Thank you for watching this lecture.